to other people. But his big thing was more when he log in. The person said, well, Sabrina, lift somebody up and then back chair, it's right there. Crystal, Jerry, y'all are the best. Your gift keeps on giving too. There was a comment on the X the other day, and they said, she's like Sarah Connor with autism, but they weren't trying, this person, I knew he wasn't trying to be mean, but I'm like, oh no, not this again. And I've had a more active public motion on the X, so I took the time. I'm like, hey, and the person goes, I didn't mean it that way, but carry on. Sorry to that person. I knew that, but I wanted to push it down before it starts again. And then some other poor soul, well, those of us who have a lower IQ and you're yelling at us. And I was very clear. I'm like, no, you're the people that I'm reaching for. And when you hear me being sharp, it's because whoever that X commenter was that I listed, that's the person I'm directing the ire, the sharpness at. There is no reason, none, to keep telling people, oh, we're not there yet. It's harming people. Kind of like when you lie about our warfare doctrine repeatedly. When you're covering up for whatever you're doing, because everyone had believed that you were just too stupid, compartmentalized, whatever. And what we found after 3 years, you damn well know you cover up for them one way or another. You may not know the intricacies of every bit of the system, but you know we're using sensors, and you know we log into bodies, and you know that agentic AI is big money, etc., etc. Then we ask you to HOW and you throw fits. So I was pleased to see on the intra-body ban, or excuse me, intra-ban for the X, somebody with common sense replied back, why are we even arguing about this? This is all just basic paperwork direct from the government, companies, market share. It's right there. Thank you. Yeah, 3 years of that. So the comment this morning where the person said, well, Sabrina lifts somebody up and then bashes them. That's because, like Pavlova, who said that there was no Internet of Bodies, but on her resume she was working biomedical telemetry for the heart. She made money off of that. There she is telling you, oh, don't fall for the red herring. There's no nano. There's no Internet of Bodies. This is not the bank account you're looking for. Karen Kingston, all these other people, same thing. Same thing. So in the process of trying to respond to the good people in my community, I continue to be like, yeah, they're going to try to talk, they're not. What's going on? So Booma did a show with Juxt. He did a coffee this morning that explained more about counterintelligence. And I'm really grateful for that, because I told Juxtaposition, that guy is the real deal. He is all heart. And that is a huge, because now we have more than just non-vaxxer out there with his team of men and women who care. And then I hear the Clone Jones over there. He's all puffed up, and he said some real interesting things yesterday. And he says a couple times now, the greatest thing that evil wanted you to believe wasn't that it didn't exist, but that there is no good in the world. So, for the gentleman on the X that was irritated with me, he accused me of being paid by the government. That pisses me right off. And it's because when a targeted individual or someone from satanic ritual abuse, or those poor people out of the 60s who had literal RFID chips in them, they were all told, shut up, you're nuts. Their lives and their health they were severely damaged so that you could go tell your stories about I'm a remote viewer. Pure fraud. Now that doesn't mean that some people out there like that Max guy on the YouTube, in my opinion, he's not one of those people. He's using his natural bioelectromagnetics, his biofield, and it's a process called quantum tunneling to stay away from all their sensors, stay away from all their networks, and he's not using a digitwin. He's using his biofield natural concurrence, because this right here is a natural quantum computer. Different, okay? I can't remember his whole name. It's Max something on the YouTube. He does a really good job. He talks to people, answers questions, walks them through things. So the Montauk boys and all these myths about looking glass and data cubes. It's bioinformatics, and you're augmented. Those of you doing this, there's a bunch of them at different levels. And they just log into the system with their own brain chemistry. And the reason I got upset with that guy who said, oh, you're working for the government. I'm like, dude, you should see the records posts I put up, and I hope that you don't do this to other people. But his big thing was more projection. You're such a, not belligerent, but condescending or something. That's been the complaint by these people the whole time. And I said, I don't know who you are. Why do you think I'm talking to you? Do you have a job you're hiding? Okay, what? And given that I've shown up here almost every day for so long, and I'm still sitting here going, Dissa, come on, help me. Help our community. It's so easy. People have common sense. They can see it. Body Area Network, 1995. I didn't ask you to out anything that isn't full-blown known in commercial, by the way. Because this guy, he said, fear-mongering. Oh, so sensors don't exist. AI is not real. Machine learning, they're doing it wherever they can try to do it. And so, all the way back to the Intraban X video, here's this Vivian or Vifox, I don't know, whoever it was, don't be a fool. And I said, what are you talking about? And this is why it's so important for me now to keep putting down very firm boundaries, which people are not used to. That's why I responded to that other poor person who's like, it was sorry about that. And they didn't even need to apologize in a way, because they weren't being derogatory per se. But as I said, if I had a lawyer on attorney, or a lawyer or attorney on retainer, I would have already had cease and desist going to multiple of your talking heads that were cyberbullying me. We don't allow it with teenagers. What the hell are you doing? You're grown-ass adults. So the boundaries that